Alright, what's up everybody? So earlier this week, or last week maybe, I did a video where it was using the timescale tickets in Fallen to give you kind of a way to boost your coin production or your coin farming. But I realized that when I did that, A, it was on Fallen, not everybody can solo Fallen, let alone on 2x speed. And B, not everybody had like the towers I had used when I did that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over. I'm going to do a beginner version of that using a timescale ticket on easy mode with no special towers, no gold skins. And that way, hopefully, even new players can kind of take a peek at how to do this. And they'll still be able to hopefully, use this with good effect. So let's do this. I will probably do this. I'm honestly probably just going to take some scouts to start. I'm kind of finicky about my order. So I'm probably just going to take the let's see here. Probably honestly just sniper and scout. Those are the only two that I'm going to take. So I have the farm DJ. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Let's do this. Since we can't assume everybody has the DJ, let's do this. Let's just truly do a loadout with no, not even a farm. So let's just do all beginner towers, or what are they? Starter towers, I guess they're called. So for sure, sniper. And now that I think about it, let's take off the skill tree. Skill tree is disabled. That way, this will be like anybody who's truly just starting the game. So I'll have sniper. I'm just going to take demo man. And I'm assuming that they all have the starter towers. I'll do, I guess, hunter, soldier, and good old scout. All right, so I have the sniper, demo man, hunter, soldier, and scout. All right, so we're gonna do survival. We'll do easy, solo. Everybody should be able to solo easy. I mean, the game's kind of built for that. When you first start, you're not always gonna have a team that you're gonna play with. And what we'll do is I'm assuming that you don't have VIP, but just for the sake of this, we'll just do a really easy map. We'll do U-turn, because even if you don't have U-turn, you can exit and come back in a few times, or veto, and you can get U-turn. It's not like that's not a leap to say that you're gonna be able to do that. All right. So what we're gonna do is down here where the little lock is in this arrow 1x. That's what your timescale tickets unlock. Your timescale tickets unlock this. So what you'll do is you're just going to click it, unlock timescale. Do you want to unlock the timescale for one timescale ticket? You have 55 left. I have a bunch. Confirm. Then you're going to click it twice, and boom, you're going. So right now it's going at 2 times the speed. And I guess I'm just going to start with 2 scouts. So I'm going to put them kind of in the middle. Oh, darn it. Okay, I can't play with my scout. I got to sell it. I told you that I would do this without golden skins. Here. Let's do this. And as you can see, they make their way through pretty quickly, because we're on 2 times speed. All right. I think what I will do is instead, I'm just gonna spam snipers for now, and I'll have to get hidden detection soon because, before you know it. And look, they're already just kind of wrecking them, so you can kind of skip if you want one. And what I recommend doing is, I recommend getting 2 to 4 snipers leveled up to at least level 4. Level 3. Sorry, level 4 spec ops, but to level 3 before you start spamming a bunch of extra snipers and towers, because the difference between level 0 and 1 snipers and level 3 snipers is gigantic. you know, level 3 have lead detection and hidden detection. Level 0 and 1 have basically nothing. You're just doing a tiny bit of damage. And it's just worth being patient, upgrading these. All right, and then so there we go. Yeah, so see, we're already cooking them. And these are, like I said, this is a complete starter tower. This has nothing to do. And when you're on 2 times, even if they walk half the map, you can see it just goes so much faster because you're on 2 times speed. And I can get right around darn near. I gotta look back at how fast I can do easy mode when I have a gold skin scout. I think I was down to like 3 minutes. I mean, it's so fast. It's unbelievably fast. All right, time to add another sniper. You want to kind of practice your placement. You want to save as much space as possible. Because, you know, a lot of times like this, there's very limited real estate for snipers. These are the only 3 locations. So you don't want to just be plopping them down like boom like this. You want to kind of put them on the edges. That way you can fit as many as possible. And a lot of kids, when they first start playing, they don't realize that space is limited and they just start putting them wherever they feel like. And see, and so those overlap. So what I'll have to do, I have to really get creative here. And you just feel it out until you're able to put it down. Let's see. And that's not gonna go. I can hurt each other. So maybe like that. Nope. See if I can't. So we're only gonna be able to fit 2 more up here. Best case scenario, finagle 3. I doubt it though. Yeah, I was gonna say best. You know, we could fit one up there. But what happens is the reason you can't fit another one right there is because underneath these snipers are overlapping. You just don't see it. And so those circles will be overlapping. You just don't see it because the UI UX, it doesn't show the full circle when it's cutting into a mountainside like that. It just cuts. All right, so I'll slowly upgrade these to level 5. I've got 1 spec ops, and I've got 4 level 3. So you can see how fast this is already going. And you can skip even if you start to get really comfy and feel like, hey, I'm in no danger. You can skip. But like I said, if you were to right now, say we did a different approach and say we just spammed a bunch of level 0 or level 1 snipers, thinking it's all the same, like more is better, dude, we'd be overrun. We wouldn't be, because already we've had hidden bosses. We've had we wouldn't even have hidden detection. And some of these guys, these bosses that come out, even though it doesn't say, you really want lead detection to do that extra damage. And I'll skip. And you can learn kind of where you can take risks and where you should be more careful when you're skipping. You can kind of play around with that. I'll turn this way so you guys can see a little better. Alright, dude's almost dead. I'll skip. And it's all just a matter of like, look, if you're new and you're just like, I just need coins, just give me coins. It doesn't need to be pretty. This is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. I could finagle 2 up here. We'll try. So these should all be level 4. Yep, those are all level 4. I've reset this so much, and that commander dialogue is supposed to be gone. I don't know why it still shows up. I think it's an issue with ROBLOX itself. Okay, skip. Okay, and now we're gonna add 1 more on there. Okay. Shredding with these level 4s, even though I only have 8. I only had 7 spec ops and 1 level 3 sniper. I mean, we're just shredding because we're taking the time. We're upgrading these fully to Spec Ops without spamming, and the DPS, the amount of power and damage dealt, is just so much greater than a bunch of low-level snipers. And it's allowing us to kind of speed through this on 2x speed. And what we'll do is we'll just do the math. It's simple. It's obviously simple math at the end. We'll just see what we finish this in versus the time we finish this in versus the time you would have finished it in if you didn't use the 2x ticket. And you can really start to see why it makes sense to use these timescale tickets. Because you get them soon. You get them kind of, I mean, you start kind of piling them up real quick when you start playing this game. You don't have to wait long to get these timescale tickets. And, you know, I had hundreds of them, hundreds, before I even realized what they were for. And one time I was just messing around and wait a minute. And ever since I found them, I use them all the time. And what I'll do is, as a bonus at the end of this game, I'm gonna, let's see here. At the end of this game, if you feel like sticking around, I'll show you how fast you can beat this on 2x speed. And when you have just a golden scout, that's all you need, a golden scout. I'll show you how fast you can beat this. All right, so let's see. So put the hunter down. And I'm just for now, because I haven't played the base towers in so long, I'm just gonna put the hunter in the middle just to cover the whole map, because I can't remember how much damage some of these do. And I don't want to get cute and put him over here, and then he runs by me or whatever. Okay, so Brute is down. We just beat easy with the 2x timescale ticket. We got it, and look, dude, we got a free spin on the wheel, and that's the thing. You still get consumables, because when you're beating it quickly, the game is saying, hey, they're doing rapid runs, they're doing quick runs, and the consumable rewards are actually better than if you run it regular. So look, we beat it in 8 minutes and 50 seconds, right? So that would have taken 18 minutes. So that's 9 minutes. It would have taken 18 minutes to do that if we didn't have those 2x timescale tickets. So imagine 20 minutes basically for 300 coins, and you cut it down to 9, right? So you can do the math. So let's do this for a bonus here. I'm just gonna go right back in. I'm not even changing anything. I just happen to have my gold skin scout. I'm just gonna load back in. This is a bonus. So you saw, you know, what happened and how it works, and you can see the benefits of that. So now for fun, let me show you how quickly I can beat easy with just a gold skin. So if you're even high level and say you have a gold skin, or really any superior tower, even some intermediate towers like crypt bosses, you could actually get this done pretty quickly. So let's do this. Let's go to one that has an entrance that has a bend at the beginning, like Portland. All right, watch this. If I can click in. All right, so let's do this. All right, so we're just going to use the golden, and then here we're going to click it. We're going to activate our timescale ticket, click it to 2x, and all we're going to do is just play with golden scouts and watch how fast we beat this. And again, this is without commander, without DJ. This is just straight. We're just using gold skin scouts. And this is, you'll be surprised how fast this is. And the reason I'm not putting my scouts up here is because by the time when the brute dies, it's going to die right around here. And I just, sometimes if you put him here, it gets a bit finicky. You don't want it to run out of range, and then it slows. You don't even lose 1 second when you're doing it this way. You're just trying to match and get through this as quickly as possible. And pound for pound, the gold scout is like one of the best towers in the entire game. be surprised how useful this thing is on even hardcore. Alright, so a little bit different strategy. I'm just kind of spamming gold scouts. I'm still getting level 3 because the lead detection or whatever, lead detection. They all have hidden. And obviously, you know, unless you're playing Fallen, you don't have to worry about flight detection. But you can kind of play it how you want. But at least I would definitely get at least level 2 or 3 scouts before you start placing others, because you just need hidden detection. And you can see, I mean, they just can't even come through the entrance, basically. Oh, and then auto skip. Sorry. And then for this, normally I have auto skip, but some of you don't have VIP, so you don't have auto skip. But we'll just say I have auto skip. I mean, we'll just say you have auto skip in this particular one. It's, if you don't, whatever, it's fine. We're already on wave 20. And I usually use the hotkeys to, when I'm starting to get in your end game, and you want to just get these down as quickly as possible. So on my PC, the hotkeys, I just, you know, 5 is the hotkey. So literally the number 5, if you don't know this, by the way, if you literally press the number 5 on your keyboard, boom, it'll bring up that. If you press, it'll bring up your scout. If you press 4, it'll bring up a soldier. And then E, so when you click it and it says E, if you hit E, I hit E, it will level it up. Some of you may not even know that, which I'm sure you all know that. So you can just hit E really fast. You can hit 5 to plant a scout, E, and it levels it up. And to sell is the letter X, and it'll sell it automatically. So instead of having to go here and click sell, you just hit the letter X, it'll sell. So just using some of those hotkeys really helps, makes it a lot easier. Alright, so let's see what the time was. So you can see how fast this is, right? This should be sub 4 minutes, I think. Oh, never mind. I was thinking sub. Okay. So yeah, 4 minutes and 18 seconds, right? And I've gotten it down to, if I remember correctly, I can't remember if I've broken 3 minutes. I can't remember exactly. But look how fast that was, right? So compare that even to the one we just did, right? So the last one we just did was with basic towers on U-turn with no golden skins, nothing, and it was 9 minutes. And if you just double that, normally to beat that, right? If you're super efficient, you're talking 20 minutes to beat easy mode. And if you have one gold skin tower, even, you know, the gold scout, or even just like some intermediate towers, look with the timescale tickets how fast you can beat that. So you just got to use that and keep that in mind when you're beating, or when you're trying to grind for coins, grind for experience. Even consumables is just super, super quick ways to make the game go kind of lean in your favor. The only thing is, the only way to use these, you have to play solo. You can't use these in a group. Can't do it. So hope you like it. Super Dad Pete 83. Like, subscribe if you feel like it. Leave comments, or don't. I just like hanging with you, to be totally honest. I'm going to continue to stream. I was supposed to stream tonight and it kind of got messed up, but I'm going to stream on my Twitch channel. Twitch is going to be same Super Dad P83. Feel free to follow, or I'm not super familiar with how that works. I am streaming on there, but I don't know how all the subscribing works or following works. But feel free to check that out, Super Dad P83. And if you see me on Roblox, TDS, send me an invite. I'm happy to play with you. All right. Thanks, guys.